What up, guys? It's Rob, HNR842. Been a long time since I made a video. I apologize for that, and I do apologize for not getting this particular video out. Just been super busy. So what we're going to talk about today is holster. Comes from Harry's Holsters. It's Kydex holsters. Check them out online. Make some awesome products. I have took a look at the P10C outside the waistband holster, and I got a lot of good things to say about it. I have a few things that just don't work for me. First off, let's start with the good. The material that this holster is made out of, top of the line, man. I've had it out in the heat. It has sat in the sun, and it hasn't got flexy or squishy. So super. When it first came in, I started looking at the material that the belt loops were made out of, and I was like, what? But no, it's actually good to go. I'll get back to that. Tell you what, I'm gonna pull it off, look at it up close. Don't think I can adjust my camera. I might can. I'm not super good at this filming myself on a tripod kind of thing, so apologize. Alright, can we see it there? Okay. The ride height for me takes some getting used to. I've adjusted this thing and got it bottomed out as far as height goes, and we will talk about that again. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's took some real getting used to as far as how high this thing rides. When it first came in, I threw it on, and I felt like the gun was in my armpit, and it just didn't feel natural to me at all. But here's a good look at it. Like I said, I lost a little bit of my cant in some of my adjustment, but I'm okay with it. Comes out nice. Positive retention. I've never halfway lost this holster or halfway lost this gun, and I've got it really tightened down. There's a retention screw right here, and it just seems like most of the Harry's holster reviews I've looked at have all been inside the waistband holsters. So I wanted to look at an OWB holster. So let's see. Can you see my mag release? They've done a real good job. A couple holsters that I'd already looked at for this gun, the material, the thickness of the Kydex, and the quality of the Kydex, when it would get warm and hot, it would flex. And definitely, even this one will turn my red dot on occasionally or off. Just the buttons on the Vortex Venom are right there. I might notch that out, see if I can get away from my buttons on my red dot. But that's a personal problem. And the complaint, we'll call it, of the ride height is a personal issue as well. Has nothing to do with the holster itself. It's just, for me, I'm quirky probably, and I'll tell you why. This is the nicest holster I've personally ever owned. I even have a couple leather holsters for a revolver that are nowhere near the quality of this holster. This is what I had ran for my Ruger SR9C, which is my EDC gun, and Harry doesn't make a holster for that gun, but I packed this for, gosh, getting close to a decade, and I just got comfortable with the ride height of this type of holster. So moving to something that rides a little bit higher has been, like I said, it's been quite an adjustment. This is my EDC inside the waistband, and I would say if I could get my hands on a Harry's Holsters inside the waistband P10C holster, all of my concerns or complaints or whatever you'd like to call them would probably go away. I think the products themselves are top of the line. It's just not for me in this setup. And let me see, I'm gonna pause you, pull it off, and I'll show you a demonstration of what I'm referring to. All right, guys. Hopefully this will make a little more sense. Try to get this up high. It's because it's kind of hard to see down low on your waistline. But this is the basic, what I'm referring to. This holster would ride here on your belt as far as your ride height, and a paddle holster would be down much lower. And so over the years, this is just what I've used, and so therefore this is what I've gotten comfortable with. Now, this thing flexes, this thing flops, this thing is where Harry's holsters, the gun stays extremely tight against your side. And I realize in the long run you want that over something at a ride height that you prefer. So it's kind of, there's a give and take with everything, and I feel like he was trying to, what do you say, slice the bread and get the best result. And the give and take, when you put things on a scale, this probably is a better setup as far as what you're trying to achieve, a tight riding pistol. And I don't know that it could be done in a OWB setup. And so that, like I said before, it's probably why if I got my hands on a inside the waistband holster, all of my frustrations, we'll call them that, would probably go away. But just wanted you to get a good close-up look at one of his outside the waistband holsters, because so many people have showed, and this is me, you know, this setup here as far as height, that's everything I've been talking about. That can be played with. The retention screws right here, I've got that dude really snug down nice, because I have some purposes for this pistol, and that's what I wanted with it. So anyway, not a lot else left to say. Harry's holsters, check them out. I'm sold on quality, and on top of that, just the way the company's ran. This is a 2A guy that believes in the Second Amendment. He's not gonna put his profits above your rights, and that's a huge thing right now. So look at the companies that you're dealing with and make sure they're good. They're gun guys, and I can definitely say Harrison from Harry's Holster, he would stand in the line with us. See you around, fellas and sisters.